What if I told you that white people will have to pay more per speeding ticket with San Francisco's new speeding ticketing program that's backed by California's governor, Gavin Newsom? That's messed up, right? A lot of people online agree with you. Gavin Newsom is a demon from hell. Unconstitutional. Gavin is ruled by demons. Alright, let's get into this wild story. The Speed Safety System pilot program was signed by Gavin Newsom back in October of 2023 and is being launched, well, it's being launched right now, or a couple of weeks ago. It allows cities across California to use speeding cameras to fine drivers. And although it's only being launched in San Francisco right now, it's expected to spread to other California cities soon enough. These fines will range between $50 to $500 depending on how far above the speed limit you are going, and the cameras are being installed in areas that are considered to be high injury areas, where 12% of the streets within San Francisco account for about 68% of severe injuries or fatalities that are traffic related. And now, before we jump into the major controversy surrounding this program, we need to take a quick look at the fact sheet that the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency, holy shit, let's say that again, that the San Francisco Municipal, I don't trust you anymore, editor, but edit that out. Now, before we jump into the major controversies surrounding this program, we need to take a quick look at the fact sheet that the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency put out to help us understand it. Speed is the leading cause of death and injury on San Francisco streets. Speed safety cameras work by capturing the license plate numbers of vehicles going over the posted speed limit. SFMTA, that's actually much easier to say, sort of, will issue a citation to the vehicle owner for speeding, which will be delivered by mail. You know, this is kind of off topic, but can we please find a way to make it easier to distinguish which letters or emails from the government are actually important? I receive so much spam and so much bullshit in the mail and in my email from the government, or claiming to be from the government, asking me to do ridiculous stuff. And then one email or one letter every now and then comes through, and I'm supposed to immediately see it and take care of whatever business they're trying to address. And if I don't, I get screwed. Fine for this, fine for that. We need a better system to identify what actually requires my attention, because everything I receive says important, requires attention, and it never does. Okay. Rant over. Speed safety cameras will be dispersed across San Francisco in an equitable fashion. Okay. Reflecting the diverse socioeconomic makeup of the city. The program is intended to benefit all communities and does not single out any particular neighborhood. I will never understand why dispersing the speeding cameras in an equitable fashion is so important. Just put the cameras in areas where it's common for people to speed and accidentally kill someone and call it a day. Put them in every single Asian neighborhood. I got some Filipino blood in me, I'm allowed to say that, but do it. At what speed will I get a ticket, and who sets the limit? The speed thresholds and penalties are established by the state law. Drivers going at least 11 miles per hour over the posted speed limit will receive a citation. The penalties are proportional to the speed the driver is going. How much is the ticket if I get caught? Drivers caught driving 11 miles per hour to 15 miles per hour over the posted speed limit will receive a $50 citation. Citations can reach up to $500 if caught driving over 100 miles per hour. What are some alternatives to paying the citation? Drivers who receive a citation have the option to participate in community service options in lieu of paying for the citation. There are also options for payment plans and discounts for, this is where it gets good. This is where we get into all the controversy today. Now, I saw some right-wing media groups and influencers bring to our attention how this new ticketing program allows for homeless people to get up to an 80% discount on their speeding ticket, and non-white people like me, or I guess half of me, get 50% off if they get a speeding ticket. Now, what's even crazier than that is that this is not true. According to Fox News, violations for speeding range from $50 to $100, but individuals with a household income at or below 200% of the federal poverty level are eligible for a 50% discount. Indigent persons or homeless people are eligible for an 80% discount on the speeding ticket. There is nothing in this new program that says white people are going to pay more. Since the majority of San Francisco's impoverished population is not white, I guess people just decided that this meant non-whites get a discount. Jesus Christ. They saw an opportunity to turn this into another white people against the world story and ran with it. Jesus. They assumed that only non-white people lived below this 200% federal poverty line, so this is obviously an act against whites. Alright people, let's stop trying so hard to make us hate each other. Now, if you have a problem with people in a lower income bracket paying less for a speeding ticket, then that's a whole different debate to be had. I personally don't have a problem with this because I would rather that the single mom of 3 that's struggling to make ends meet have the opportunity to pay less or do community service to pay off her ticket instead of getting wrecked financially. The punishment is proportional, and I have no problem with that. Now, if you don't like the use of cameras being set up to give out tickets, then that's also a completely different debate to be had. I personally don't have a problem with this either, because I believe it will reduce injuries and death in crowded injury and death prone areas. Did that make sense? Like, for real, I wish that we'd set up some of these in Nashville, because I can't tell you how many times my dog and I have almost been hit by a car while crossing the street or even walking on the sidewalk by some douchebag 20-year-old in a sports car that his daddy bought for him. Like, please do something that incentivizes them to not do that. Point is, I would never want to live in San Francisco. I think that the city and the entire state is governed rather poorly. But white people are not being targeted by this new program, and the people telling you that they are either ill-informed or intentionally trying to evoke an unnecessary emotion from you to get clicks and go viral. Or they just confuse the word indigent with indigenous, which is, well, that's a whole other issue. Now I'm about to go walk my dog and hopefully not get hit by a car. I hope you have a great day.